Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille Show. It's Jerry Miller. It's good to be with you on a Tuesday. It is gorgeous outside. It is gorgeous inside here on the I Love CVille Show. Fantastic program lined up for you. We cannot wait to connect with you for the next hour on this platform as we welcome for a second rodeo on the I Love CVille Show, Lora Kelley, Michael Clem, and Eric Heinsohn to the show. We're going to spotlight her entrepreneurial and her musical journey as she continues to build this fabulous musical brand. We're going to give you some insight into what she has done since her last appearance on the I Love CVille Show. She's got some awards, she's got some accolades, and some attention that we're going to spotlight here on the program. Before we go anywhere, let's thank the fine folks that make this program possible. Along with our team, Harris Tolber, Judah Wickhauer, and Lauren Linsky, we have some fantastic sponsors as well. And first, I'd like to highlight the fine people at Intrastate Pest and Service Companies. We are so proud to be their advertising agency of record. I'll give you a 15-second backstory of this fabulous brand. This company started in 1969 with one man, one truck, and one dream. He went to his first customer, had successful servicing of his first customer, and then literally in 1969 would head to a phone booth where he would call his second customer and ask, "May I come to your home now?" Today it's a 4-generation strong business with an office, the headquarters right around the corner from Bodo's Bagels, an office in Richmond, an office in the Shenandoah Valley, and folks, hundreds of people in employment at Intrastate Pest and Service Companies. We love this story, and we love working alongside brands like this. We also love the good doctor, Scott Wagner of Scott Wagner Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. Who's got your back? Dr. Wagner's got your back. We love that tagline. Part of the reason we love that tagline, we invented that tagline.
It's a great jingle.
Thank you. A couple of beers
Well
and some insight and sweat equity, and that's what happens.
Is that
right
you
there.
singing the jingle?
That is Dr. Wagner singing that jingle. Chiropractic care, sports medicine, and physical therapy, and a little bit of perspective from Michael Clem, and you have an awesome brand, baby. Harris Tolber, art director, my friend, my pal, my chum, mi amigo, studio cam. Ahora, por favor. Let's welcome the fine people to the show. Lora Kelley needs no introduction. Michael Clem needs no introduction. And Eric Heinsohn needs no introduction whatsoever. We are going to have some fun on the program. Welcome Jeff Sanders, Bob Shada, Stephanie Rhodes. Welcome Chris Turner. Welcome Tim Ryan, Grace Australia. Folks watching from Richmond to DC to Southwestern Virginia. And I see someone in Charlotte right now. Like and share the stream, guys. Lora, I'm going to start with you. Open-ended question. Girl, you are killing it right now.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
What has been going on in your life? The show is yours.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I got nominated for the Daily Progress Reader's Choice Award, which totally came as a surprise to me. And then posted it a couple of times, and just lo and behold, I won for Best Local Artist. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, I have to say, like, a couple months ago, I was just, like, humdrumming it. I don't know, as an artist, maybe you guys can relate to that. Sometimes you feel kind of like, I don't know, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And so I, like, threw up a Hail Mary. I was like, I need a sign. And so when this came through, I was like, okay, all right, I feel like I'm going. I'm going to keep moving. So I'm just so grateful. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. You're getting some props on the feed. Brian Nelson says, yay. Smiley face emoji, smiley face emoji.
Thanks,
Bill
Brian.
Granford is joining us right now from DC. Barbara Lundgren says, what up, dog?
What up?
When you get props and recognition and attention and awards, I mean, I don't know if it's for you, firsthand perspective, it further justifies the hard work. It motivates me. Getting accolades from the peers saying, you're doing a good job. I mean, that goes a long way for me. Put it in perspective how it makes you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, sometimes an artist's world can feel very insular. And so to have other people's perspectives weigh in and say, hey, I'm appreciating what it is you're doing, keep going, is really motivating and makes me want to create more things that speak to people and, touch their hearts and minds and that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Dana Palmer says hello. Jason Whitehead watching right now. Like and share the stream. I love that. Emily Kresge, welcome to the program. Chris Turner is giving props to the show. Hodges Myers, hola, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo estás, chico? Michael Clem, get in the mix right now, if you could, sir. Let's give some props to what you're seeing with Lora evolve as a singer-songwriter. What are you seeing as someone that is skilled, savvy, and sophisticated?
I saw that page, and because I'm a subscriber to the Daily Progress.
Really?
When that magazine popped up, and their largest life, the full page, and her smiling mug there, and local artist of the year, I did what I normally do, because not everyone subscribes to the hard copy, and I just photographed it, sent it to her. I said, hello. Or did I post it on your Facebook page?
No,
whatever.
You did post it on Facebook, but you sent it to me. You were the first person who sent it to me. I was like,
I like being the first. Michael. I like being the town crier for those things.
I love it.
If I can't get the award, might as well pretend to be enthusiastic.
Thank you.
No, I genuinely, that was just awesome. Really happy for her. And and it's great to see her star rise and being trusted with her craft for things like this, because some great songs.
Harold Hertz, welcome to the program. Stephanie, hello. Give it a like, give it a share, any channel you're watching. Eric, same question I'm going to throw in the mix. You've been playing music for a long time?
Yeah.
You are very good at music. I would like to throw this to you. How have you seen Lora Kelley evolve as a singer-songwriter? How's the brand evolving, you think?
Well, thanks, Jerry. It's been an honor to connect with Lora and make music with her. You too, Michael. And I would say a couple things that I've noticed right away. It's really, and you've already spoken to it, so maybe I'm just going to repeat something here, but it's a matter of confidence. I think it's a matter of sort of when you have more a sense of kind of, I can do this, and you then you start sort of really going for it. You can just sort of, it's hard to quantify that or describe that, but I see it. And I think that's the main thing I've seen. But the other little thing is, like, not the singer-songwriter thing, is that you've actually really grown as a guitar player. And
thank you. That means so much.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's true, because I know that was a place where you were really, it was a place where you felt like you weren't as strong, and you've always had, I think, some confidence about your voice, you know, and everything, and the songwriting thing is developing and doing really well. I mean, I know that gig we played back in December. It was your first time playing guitar live, for yourself.
Yeah.
And you did really well. And I could just see, just in a couple of rehearsals we had the last time we were here, it's like, you're solid and really holding it together and really driving the song. That's what a guitar is supposed to do in the singer-songwriter context. It's supposed to, really push and support, what you're trying to do. So,
you know what? I think
props.
you needed, Eric, you are so good with your words.
Come on now.
I'm like feeling so good right this second. Thank you.
Let me throw this to you here. It's, for me, I feel like in a lot of ways, confidence is a superpower. And I put in perspective how confidence is improving you or is helping you or boosting you from a musician standpoint, which is arguably, especially a singer-songwriter, one of the most vulnerable things you can do in life.
I mean, honestly, I hadn't thought about the vulnerability aspect until we sat down last time.
We had a good talk about that.
Yeah, we did. And even talking to you yesterday, Michael, about the difference between a long time ago when songs were written and they would have a vocalist sing the song, which there's a degree of separation between the content of the song and the singer. And as a singer-songwriter, you're writing it and then you're performing it. So there's a level of vulnerability there. And I think, for me, one of the main things I wanted to know how to do was play my own instrument, which is what Eric said. And as I have grown, last July I literally couldn't play Steel Magnolia on the guitar. I was wigging out about it. And so I've just spent a lot of time practicing, and that does make you more confident. And then you just have to get out there and be willing to mess up and be willing to try and work through your body as it has adrenaline and cortisol, and that helps. Just doing it several times really, I think, is part of the trick.
We got a good question. And guys, connect with me. You can hit us up in any stream you're watching on Facebook. You can send me DMs on IG or Twitter, at us on I Love CVille or Jerry Miller Now on any platform. We got something coming in from Nelson County. Hey, Lora, my name is Shannon. I'm a mom of a 13-year-old who's trying to sing in music herself. Any advice that you can give to my daughter?
Oh, yes.
And you're a mom, too.
I am a mom, yes. I love that.
Love that question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, letting her, teaching her actual music is very helpful in terms of learning how to construct a song. Not being afraid of the content that she writes at 13, even if it's intense or moody or exciting or about love or whatever. I think just giving the freedom to create and try things is really helpful. And sitting there and watching her perform for you and keeping your eyes attuned to her as she does that is just the greatest gift you can give her. So
good advice.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Scott, welcome to the program. He's watching in Virginia Beach. Tyler Berry from Catch the Chef, amigo. How you doing? Thank you for joining us on the program. You know what? I know my role in the show. My role in the show is to shut the hell up and get the hell out of the way and let you guys do your thing. Harris Tolber, Studio Cam, my friend. Judah Wickower, if you want to slide over and offer some support to Harris as he comes on set. I am about to transfer this microphone over. He's asked me to fill a little bit of time as he comes on the show. You're going to play
I'm going to play
brand
Steel
new
Magnolia.
song?
Yep, Steel Magnolia. And this is vocal, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, thank you. So, this is vocal. Oh, sorry about that. So, Steel Magnolia is a movie that a lot of people know, and I grew up in the South. And I saw that movie, obviously, growing up. It's pretty great. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. And I loved the concept of it, but I wanted to put a little bit of a modern twist for the time. They were considered Steel Magnolias. They were strong. They went through a lot of hard things, and as women, that continues today. So this is a little bit of my version.
Have you played this in a lot of places?
I haven't played it in a lot of places. I've played it maybe 2 places.
Ooh.
Or 3 places.
Like it feels special right
yeah. Oh, sorry. As Mariana Bell says, I tune because I care. Yes. All right. I was raised neath the white Texas sky in a town I'd rather have left behind between old grass fields and a westbound train where no one even knew how to say my name. When I was just 16, you tried to pick me up in the back
lot of feedback here. Let me relay some of the feedback to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Scott in Virginia Beach, he says, you have a great voice. First time hearing you. Well done, Lora Kelley.
Thank you so much, Scott.
You're getting some props on your feed as well, and you're going to know some of these names. Rebecca Gilbert says, you are sounding great, Laura.
Oh, thank you.
So excited for you. You're getting some love, and you might have to help me with this name. Brian.
Oh, Brian. Hey, Brian. Thank you.
Brian says, you are crushing it. Brian Nelson, another Brian, says, so good.
Oh, thanks.
Like and share the feed. Lydia Lubinsky
Oh, yeah.
says, live music. This has me missing Charlottesville so much.
She's up
I'm going to throw it to
Miss
you.
you, Lydia.
Tell us about Steel Magnolia.
Yeah, so Steel Magnolia, I mean, I think kind of like I said, I wrote it out of the concept of the movie, but sort of modernizing what I feel like our struggles are now, pulled a little bit of my own story and other people's stories together to create something that I felt like spoke to a renaming, I guess, of myself and of women to like empower them to feel like they have the right to name themselves. So that was sort of the concept.
I love a lot of your lyrics, and we talked about this in the first time in the show. A lot of your lyrics are about the sense of empowerment and self-confidence and feeling good inside and sometimes struggling with the insecurities inside, but like going through that, that struggle and finding a glass is half full or a positivity on the other side of the tunnel. I love that like sense of empowerment. Put that in perspective and why you're writing from that standpoint.
Oh, I mean, that's just where I am. I mean, I feel like I want music that speaks to that for me. I want to hear things that are important to my own struggles and my own personal experience in the world, and so that's what I can write about, are things that this is what I needed. So versus like, I mean, I'm fine with Britney Spears, but like Hit Me Baby One More Time, not exactly empowering as a 13-year-old. I would like something that is a little bit more like, you got this, girl, like you're worth something. So
good call.
Yeah.
Brett Batten Baker, way to go, Laura. You sound absolutely fantastic.
Thanks, Brett.
Scott wants to know where he could come see you play. He's going to be coming to Charlottesville. He's in Virginia Beach. He comes to Charlottesville all the time. Laura, where can I see you play next, or a handful of times where you're playing?
Yeah, so I'm doing We Are the Nine series, this guy up in DC, May 15th at the Southern. So you can come see me and a bunch of other local artists play on May 15th.
I love it.
More info to come.
We got a question also coming in, guys. I'm getting to your question. A lot of questions coming in here. How about hold on, I'm coming. Twitter's loading. I'm sorry. I got your @ symbol. How about the sense of community from the local artist, Jerry? I watched your show with Callie. It seems like there's a great community and sense of misspelled word here. I want to say sense of community. I'm sorry, misspelled a word. Sense of community in the area. Talk to us about that.
I mean, that was one of the things I said in the Reader's Choice article, was that, I couldn't do it without people who care and who are willing to bring you in. And, Michael played on my EP for Goodman Don't Hurt You. I found him through Virginia Music Art Studio, is that right? Virginia Art Studio.
Just down the hill.
Yeah, and Eric and I go to church together, and you can't do it without community. You can't. And he runs the local, Michael Clem does, on Monday nights, and is very inclusive and supportive. So I've felt such a sense of camaraderie and kindness.
I got this question coming in. The musical qualities I admire the most are being a good musician, having talent, and writing from the heart. Laura, you have all those. Thank you for being an inspiration to all of us. Wow, that's not a question. That's a statement. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, I feel so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Oh, man.
Michael Clem, get you involved here. I feel like, and I see this is your third rodeo on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like you, in a lot of ways, are an epicenter or a gateway or a liaison, if you may, to a number of local artists.
I just feel like I'm a witness to a really cool scene. I've been here 10 years and it was already good. I came down from a much larger market in the D.C. area, which, while I was close with musicians, the only time I saw other musicians was at the annual awards show. Maybe occasionally go out to see another band, but there's something about incestuous in a good way in Charlottesville that right off the bat, there's a real camaraderie, and it's only gotten better. The local has grown into a wonderful thing.
Awesome.
That, again, I can't take credit for that as much as just being witness to. what happens on a weekly basis. It was great last night, and it continues to be. We just need to get Laura out more, and maybe Eric, and you too, Jerry.
I would love to.
I know you have a
Yeah,
song
you
in
should
you.
come
Just, Who's Got Your Back needs to be stretched out into a full
Oh
song.
my gosh,
The
please.
Who's Got Your Back. So let's co-write it, so I can get a piece of that.
Yes.
And that, down the hill from here, and I said it only gets better. The front porch has
Yes.
arrived, and
Yes.
they had this wonderful. I'm sorry I was out of town for it, but this big open
past
house
Saturday.
and it was
Block party.
banging.
Yeah.
The weather was great. They sold a lot of instruments in their raffle and raised money, but they just having that hub there with everything they do, and I'm teaching a songwriting class there. There's dance classes, drum classes. It's really adding such a I tip my hat to them because
Yeah.
I think they're really putting CVille on the map, and they're right in keeping with the theme of your show here of why this is such a great town.
I got to throw it to you, Eric. I need to get you involved. You're poignant. You offer depth and intellect. Amigo, thoughts on the conversation right here. The local music community, I mean, talent abundance in Charlottesville. I mean, it's like a melting pot of musical talent. I feel like we often take it for granted, just like we take the restaurant scene for granted, the outdoor scene for granted. Obviously, I'm extremely passionate about Charlottesville, but we have a number of different enjoyment verticals, if you may, that we can get a part of. Music, one of them.
It is, for sure. I definitely am not as plugged in, just put it out there. I've been more plugged into my family, my life. That's sort of where I've been.
I can relate.
Been dedicating myself that way for a long time. But every time I venture out into this community, I encounter some great music. It's really astounding. And every time I've played or gotten involved with anybody, they've been so warm, so welcoming. Excuse me, and it just shows you that the spirit of the community is definitely one of support and encouragement, yes. All the good things, so I'm not exactly sure, if you can say why or where that comes from, but it's just a great thing that's here.
A lot of great people in this town, guys. Karen Lee Thompson says the block party at the front porch was so fun. Thank you for leaving that comment, Karen Lee Thompson. Ray Cadell says, I always appreciate live music and those who bring it to the public like you, Jerry. Live, no tricks, no tracks. It worked for me since 1968. It's working for Lora Kelley right now. Ray Cadell and the Cool Cats right there. He's the man. Yeah. How long have you guys been live? Have I missed much? You've missed one song. I'm going to get out of the way, Karen. She's about to play another one. City Council candidate Bellamy Brown watching right now. Let's give some props to the people that are watching. Harris, then you go to the studio cam, and we're going to hear song number 2. Andrew Irving, Heather Brown Hudson, Mittenberger, Steve Greenwell, Isaiah Goodall. Thank you kindly for watching. Jehu Martin. Jehu's watching right now.
TV.
Thomas Earhart, Tom Piaco. It's on
Tom
your...
south of town, and Marty, his wife, one of the music's best friend. They're great supporters.
Dave Signori is watching. We have watching all across the Commonwealth right now. Studio cam, Harris Tolber, song number 2. Lora Kelley, give us the background of what we're about to hear.
I'm going to play Good Men Don't Hurt You for this one. Oh, I keep watching this up, sorry. So I was talking with someone about something. They were dating somebody, and I was like, it would... If you had the standard of good men don't hurt you, that would save us a lot of miserable relationships. I mean, it can go reverse too. So anyway.
You're saying can women hurt you too?
Yeah, they can. It can go
Okay,
reverse.
is that the reverse?
I threw a little bit of that in there just to keep it, equal. Yeah, that's right. And everything nice. All right. It's 1:30 when Alice shows up. Her eyes are all red, her mascara undone. Said she caught her man cheating and she's not sure what to do. But she plops on the couch saying she should have known he was always coming home late, drunk and stoned. And when he lost his job, made her get too. But she looks at me like she's a bit confused. He said he loves me still. I say that's a ruse, 'cause good men don't hurt you. They're not trying to take from you all that they can get and then leave you in the cold like some discarded pet. Call you over for a Netflix and chill and pray you take the morning after pill. Oh, I know you came to me for some sound advice, and you can do what you want, girl. It's your life, but good men don't hurt you. Good Good men don't act that way. Good men don't hurt you. They're not trying to take from you all that they can get and then leave you in the cold like some discarded pet. Call you over for a Netflix and chill and make you pay the Chinese takeout bill. Oh, I know you're not asking for this piece of advice, but I'm gonna give it to you, boy, 'cause it could change your life. Good men don't hurt you. Good men don't hurt you. Good men, good grown-ass men and women too. Good men don't hurt you. Good men don't hurt you. Good men don't hurt you.
Love it. Love it. That's
you.
always the hook. That undoubtedly has the hook. I mean, I think I said this last time. That is one of my favorite tracks that you do. I feel it has the hook. We talked about it. I want to get the background perspective for you as well. I think the lyrics certainly put into perspective what you're trying to convey. Give us some insight into Good Men Don't Hurt You.
Yeah, Good Men Don't Hurt You. Like I said, I was chatting with someone and then I was pondering about it, like in the shower. I do a lot of writing in the shower. And I was like, oh yeah, Good Men Don't Hurt You. And I just was thinking of like cheeky things, I don't know, like the morning after pill or whatever, Chinese takeout. And then I wrote kind of the song around that. And it was my first talk sing kind of song I had written. So that's sort of the background for Good Men Don't Hurt You.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Put it into perspective, kind of like the song, and like you touched on it right there. But as far as how like the song kind of is part of the portfolio of what you do, of music, of songwriting, of music in totality, and just give us some insight into like what is your favorite aspect you feel like of performing? Is it like the writing piece of being a musician, the writing piece, the performing, the singing, the guitar playing, anything at all?
Yeah, so I love to sing. I mean, that is probably one of my favorite things. And then I love turns of phrase, and I'm trying to just continually improve on. I studied writing in college, creative writing, short fiction, and poetry. And it's just always fun to find ways of putting things that sound different, like they illustrate something that is commonly known, but say it with a different sort of twist to it. And I like playfulness. I'm kind of quirky, so I like to bring that into my music, but I'm also serious, and so I like the sort of playful seriousness. Like, this is a serious topic, but we can have a good time talking about it. So
I love it. I love it too. We're getting a lot of folks saying, Jerry, get out of the way. Number 2 song, number 3 song, number 4 song. Give us some insight into song number 3 on the I Love CVille show from Lora Kelley.
Oh gosh. Okay. Do you want us to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I mean, I think similar in the same vein. This song is called "Creeping In," and I was having this situation where I mean, it's kind of based on a true story. And I was just like not in relationship in that way, but like we're in relationship. And it went kind of from like something that felt kind of normal to then all of a sudden something kind of creepy. And I was not exactly sure what was going on. Oops, am I messing this up again? And so I think there's times in life where you end up feeling that way. And so that's kind of what this song is about. Charades, a one-man masquerade. Carries your lips in this crowded room. Something about the way you look at me says your mind is on the move. One step forward, I should have known better. 2 steps back, but you were too clever. Now I'm a lamb being led to the slaughter. A frog so boiling in water. When I move, is it my shadow that follows? Or are you creeping in? You're just a creeping in. You're just a creeping
creep, 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 creeping in. Until I can't tell whether you meant to be weird when you asked me in. You know I'm with him, but you're a creep, 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 creeping in. I've got a new strategy, don't shine your gaslight on me. This ain't a game that I'm gonna lose. Something about the way you look at me says no, it's something you can't refuse. One step forward, I could have done better. 2 steps back, but you were too clever. Now I'm a lamb being led to the slaughter, a frog slow boiling in water. And when I move, is it my shadow that follows? Or are you creep, creep, creeping in? You're just a creep, 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 creeping in. You're just a creep, 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 creeping in. Until I can't tell whether you meant to be weird when you asked me in. You know I'm with him, but you're a creep, 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 creeping in. Be careful what you wish for, you might just get it, son. A resurrection's coming for your closet of skeletons. Ooh, ooh. Now you're a bird in the scope of a rifle, a deer caught in headlights at night. Oh, don't say I'm making things up in my head. I know you're just a creep, creep, creeping in. You're just a creep, 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 creeping in. You're just a creep, 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 creeping in. Until I can't tell whether you meant to be weird when you asked me in. You know I'm with him, but you're a creep, 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 creeping in. You're just a creep, 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 creeping in.
Oh, that one was so good. That is one of my favorites right there. Props to the stream. Lora Kelley says, love, 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 love this song. Carl Anderson, and I believe Carl Anderson, a musician locally as well, who is very, very talented.
Nashville.
Yes.
Yeah, Nashville now. Watching. What's up, Carl Anderson? Welcome
Hi,
to the program. Give it a like, give it a share. I'm going to start with the fellas and then go to Lora after
the
this.
fellas.
Start with the smart one.
So, no. Okay, hey, Judah. Is that what you're saying? All right, this is, I'm going to throw this to you here. As far as creeping in, your thoughts, Eric, on the song in totality?
Well, I'll tell you what. As a guitar player, that's a really fun song to play.
Oh,
It's got a great groove. I think you could dance to it, right,
Oh,
Dick?
totally. I was dancing in my chair.
I know.
It's got
I
the
know.
hook as well.
Absolutely. So, from a guitar player's perspective, really, really fun. Really, really fun to play. It's also, I think the words are right there too. It's got great a great imagery and the visualization of sort of this creepy thing. So the music feels though it's kind of slinky, kind of like just a little bit. Kind of subtle, but got a little bit of a bite to it.
It's got a little edge.
Yeah, a little subtle, biting edge to it. So, so it's great. That's my impression of the song. Fun to play for sure.
I think the song has such depth, so many layers to the onion. I think the song is fantastic. You're seeing it from the people here. Your thoughts on the track right there, Michael?
It gets me in touch with my inner chick singer because I get the nice little bossa nova type of Latin groove, but it just might not be the forum to disclose this.
I think it is the forum. There are no rules at I Love CVille.
If I were to come back in a different form, I'd like to be one of Tina Turner's backup singers in Proud Mary with a short skirt and and the crazy hand motion.
You could totally
so
pull that off.
this is just kind of somewhat fulfilling that dream, that fantasy of mine.
Oh, man.
Being a chick singer.
Steve Lim, thank you for watching. I'm about to throw it to you. Fred Huff, thank you for watching. Lisa Horing, thank you for watching. Rick Henderson in Richmond, thank you for watching. David Charlin, thank you for watching. Give the show a like, give the show a share.
David Charlin.
Creep it in. Talk to us.
Yeah, I had somewhere like maybe late 20s, I was like, man, we just don't tell the truth. Like, we don't ask the question, hey, are you really interested in me, or are you not interested in me? Because you're acting interested, and this is confusing. It's just, I think some of that, this kind of seeks to kind of go out that a little bit. And then also, just sometimes you end up in weird relationships where it's hard to clarify until you're so far gone, you're like, that was weird, and just didn't know it. So I wrote this in the middle of it was before Me Too sort of blew up and just happened to coincide at the same time. It felt appropriate because there's a lot of questions around, like, how did you get yourself into that situation? I mean, women get asked that all the time. And you get gaslit. You're like, you don't, and we're polite, we defer a lot of times in things. And so, it's
Is
not
that even a fair question?
No, it's a shitty question.
It's a shitty question.
But if I have to answer it, that's how I would, I feel like I want to bring people along to understand what the actual process of being groomed by a predator looks like.
Yeah.
And so that's what's happening when you end up with like sexual assault and sexual abuse, is that you have really smart people who groom you, and then that's how you end up in this situation. They know what they're doing.
It reminds me of the commentary. I'm going to throw this to you. It reminds me when we got some folks watching outside. What's up, guys? It reminds me to when people say this, it was what she was wearing.
Right.
She shouldn't have been out that late at night by herself.
Right.
I'm like, that's BS.
Yes.
It does not matter what you're wearing. It does not matter the time of day.
No.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's, that's what makes this country great. And it just frustrates me when I hear people say that, if she wasn't wearing this and if she wasn't out at this time of night, then this wouldn't have happened to her. No. Right? I mean, it just
you should
bothers
be able
me.
to walk down the street without being accosted by someone.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
David Strange, Greenville, North Carolina, welcome to the program. LeVar Orange, welcome to the program. Folks watching in North Carolina, folks watching in Philly, folks watching in Northern Virginia, you're crushing it right now.
Thank you.
I think we're 48 minutes in. Do we have one or two more tracks?
I didn't plan anything. I could play both hands for you if you want to do that.
I would love to hear it.
Okay.
I mean, this is one of my favorite
one's
parts of the job.
This one's a little bit more sweet.
Constant Wyatt, welcome to the program.
We're getting away from the hashtag songs.
The hashtag songs, yeah. This is just a gentle, kind song. We all need a little gentle, kind.
Elizabeth Somers says, Michael Clem, I love you.
Oh, I love her back.
I need my capo, though.
Good to hear from you, Elizabeth.
Can I borrow your capo? Is that okay?
Sure, go.
Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't playing. I didn't have this one.
I do like this song.
Right. You like this song?
I love this song.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
I finally got a copy of the EP. I was playing with her, and she finally gave me a copy yesterday. That sounds great.
To the wall of fame? The shelf of fame?
Yeah, absolutely. Great track.
This song is called Both Hands, and I wrote it about my grandmother. She passed away 3 years ago. She was a steel magnolia.
And did she really wave?
She did. And what happened was she had just passed away, and my parents had come to visit, and they were backing out of the driveway, and I went like that to them, and my dad called out the window, "You look just like Mo." That was what we called her. She used to wave goodbye with both hands, and I was just like, and I went upstairs and I took a shower and I wrote this song. So
Always in the shower.
always in that. That's my only. I mean, I've got kids, like,
You could tastefully do a cam in there, like a workshop, a songwriting workshop. Yeah.
It is. That's where I get peace.
Yeah.
So. She would wave goodbye with both hands, blow her kisses into the wind. The last time I saw her, that's how she
she said goodbye. Wild hair and dark eyes, how they shined. She would wave goodbye with both hands, blow her kisses into the wind, peel peaches on the porch swing, and she loved her gardening, and to write us letters to tell us all these things. She would wave goodbye with both hands, blow her kisses into the wind, shake her sweet iced tea. This is the life, she'd say to me. Come sit here, come sit with me. Time will fray till all that's left of you is what someone else has to say about what they remember about the life you gave. Now I wave goodbye with both hands, I blow my kisses into the wind. This is how I remember to tell you how she loved you then, and she loves you now.
Corbett Snow says, lighters out, and is giving the fire emoji right now. I love that comment right there from Corbett Snow, who's a good friend of the program. Talk to us about the song.
Yeah, I just was struck that, I mean, like I said, my grandmother passed away 3 years ago in February, and we were talking about all these memories, and I'm like, this is all that's left. Like, you were this full-bodied person, you had this full life, and really what we remember of you is the composite of who you now have become after you've passed away. And I was just so struck by that. And everything in the story is true. Everything in the song is true. I pulled together all the things I could think of that people had told me. She really would write letters. And in her letters, she would say, "Dear Laura Elaine." I'm from the South, so I had two names. Laura Elaine. I cut it down to Laura. I was like, too many letters. But she would say, "Dear Laura Elaine, I'm sitting on the porch swing peeling a peach right now, and I'm looking out at," she had these roses, Don Juan and Isabella, and she was always saying Don Juan was trying to get Isabella, Princess Isabella. So she would write it. And so anyway, I loved her, and so
I love it. Brian Harris says, "Way to rock it, Laura. You sound absolutely fantastic."
Thanks, Brian.
Jocelyn Crum, you might have to help me with this last name.
Yes.
Helmbrecht, so good.
Thanks, Jocelyn.
Like and share the feed, like and share the feed wherever you're watching. Dude, you rock it with the freaking guitar right there.
Yes, thank you, Eric.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you're telling a story with the guitar right there. Talk to us some firsthand perspective of what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Jerry. That's a very high compliment, and I really appreciate that. I think I said this before, but it's just the truth for me is that I always think of the guitar, and I hope for it to be a voice. I hope for it to say something without words, and I want it to reach emotionally. And but it's this funny thing about music. It's like if you try too hard, then you don't get it. You just have to be in the song, be in the moment, try to feel it, and let it come. Those notes, those things that might resonate somewhere in someone's heart. That's what I'm hoping for, and I appreciate you saying that.
Well, it's true. It's true. We have a gentleman watching outside. We love when people sit outside and watch. We do have to lock the doors, and it's not because we're being rude. It's just because it impacts the show. If folks walk in off the street, and they were doing that. Patricia Kearns, thank you for watching. Raul Emengol, thank you for watching.
Raul Emengol, yes.
Yeah.
Mary Thomas Proud, thank you kindly for
Yeah,
watching.
also, we got a lot of Florida happening.
Wait,
A lot of
Florida's
from Florida.
watching right now?
Yeah, that's Mary Thomas Proud. Proud Mary, if you switch the names.
You have some Long Island watching right now, so we have a handful of states represented. Jay Wyatt, thank you for watching. How about this? Let me throw this to you. Callie Garrett's watching right now.
I love Callie Garrett.
I know you do. You mentioned
Yeah.
that when she was on the show. What do you love about what she's saying? She's watching.
Oh gosh, Callie, I love you. I love what you do. I love what you offer to the community. She has a beautiful voice. She has such a great presence. She has a great knack with the words that I think does what I aspire to do, which is just bring her experience to the table and let people partake of that, which is just so kind. So yeah, I love Callie.
Love that answer. Musical influences, what we can expect from you over the next, say 3 to 4 months. I think this is your second rodeo. I hope this is not your last. You have an open invitation. All you guys do anytime you want.
Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Throw musical influences and what we can expect from you.
Oh gosh, well right now I am loving Lori McKenna. She is amazing, and I've loved her for a long time, but I'm really appreciating her latest record called The Tree. And if you don't know Lori McKenna, you should check her out. She wrote on some of A Star Is Born, so she's really good. She's great. Yeah. And she writes for a lot of different people. But she's a mom. She has 5 kids. She lives in Boston. And she started her career when she was 28. And so, as a mom with 2 kids, 2 dogs, and a husband, it's just
5 kids.
5 kids. Yeah, basically, yeah. I used
my
to
wife
have some
would say.
chickens, but the raccoons got them. It was really sad. Anyway, so
Sounds like a song waiting to be
I
written
know.
right there.
I did. I want to write a song called "Ode to the Raccoon." But anyway, just it's important, I think, as women to find templates of people who are doing what you want to be doing.
Nice.
And so she has become my latest sort of like template of aspiration, and she's a great songwriter as well. So I really like her. And I have a single coming out soon. I got to go back up and finish the vocals.
Can you give us some insight into that?
It's called
Because we touched on that the first time.
Yeah, we did, yes.
Yeah.
It's called The Magician, and I've just been taking my time with it. Usually I kind of like do it and then get it out, and this one I have wanted to kind of sit with and see what else comes to me with the story as I come more into myself. So it's called The Magician, and that's really all I can say about it without giving too much away.
Ooh.
I'll play it for you, Jerry.
We will?
Next
On the
time.
show?
Yes, not today, but soon.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Another
Yeah.
one, and this is similar to the question that was earlier in the show, but still I think it's important to ask. I try to get to everyone's questions. Sometimes we have to vet and cherry pick the best ones. Laura, I love the show. Jerry, thank you for offering Laura a platform. I'm the mom of a daughter who wants to get into music. Second time this question's been asked today.
Yeah.
Thoughts, any perspective you can offer?
Oh, man. I think
The daughter's in school, obviously.
Yes, yeah. I don't know what age she is, but either way, I mean, I think learning how to read music, learning how to play piano, guitar, letting them take it at their own pace, learning writing, anything you can offer to her by way of education is super helpful. And then, like I said before, I think just providing yourself as an audience for her to practice without embarrassment or shame. And yeah, I think those things really go a long way to supporting budding artists.
I love it. I'm going to give you some
Yes.
dap.
Thank you, Jerry.
Gentlemen,
Thanks so much.
some dap. Love you guys.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, thank
Love you
you
too.
Truly.
Really love you guys.
It's been great.
Jay Wyatt, thank you. Bob Shada, Sidney Corbin Fett. If I have not responded or mentioned your name, I'm truly grateful for you being a part of the program. Truly, truly grateful. We're going to highlight somebody from the shelf of fame. That's how we're going to start ending this program. You know what? I'm going to go King Family Vineyards.
Oh. Yay.
Yes.
You know, James King was on the program, and he and his family recently lost their father.
Yeah.
And this was within the last week, if
David.
not sooner.
Yeah, David,
yeah, David King, who
Hey,
is
Jerry,
instrumental.
David's my brother-in-law. Just
Get
in
out of
case.
town.
Yeah, James
All right.
is my nephew. But
You
yeah,
jump in here.
Well, no, thank you for pulling that name out. David was obviously a guy who gets an obituary or a column in the paper when he's a big guy in this community. But for our family, it's important that everybody know too that he was a real linchpin in our family. Really, really smart, really fearless, willing to take on anybody, anything. In a business context, indispensable, because we're all tied together in our family business. Just an absolute linchpin for us. But without a doubt, inside, his heart was always about wanting to do the very best thing for our community, for our family, for whoever was right in front of him. And we miss him. It was a long thing with him, but he went almost 6 years when he thought it would be 6 months. And so he was a courageous guy. He lived life, crazily enough. During that time that after he was diagnosed, he had, I think, a shoulder replacement, 2 hip replacements, and a knee replacement, all while doing it because he wanted to live that actively. He was willing to go through that stuff, and great polo player, but he was doing all kinds of stuff at the vineyard. And we just admire him just because of how well he lived his life, how I've already said he really grabbed every bit of it and went for it fearlessly. So great example to us. We do miss him. Thank you for honoring him today, and we all will miss him, but we will hope we will be able to live out that legacy as a family and hopefully as a community.
I think this is an absolute microcosm that there is a higher power. I had no idea that you were family or kin. I pulled a hat off the shelf literally by looking over my shoulder to honor David, and you were sitting here, and you're part of the family.
Yeah.
And you said it undoubtedly more eloquently, more poignant, and much better than I ever could. That is something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Right
thank
there.
you.
Yes.
That's a great opportunity just to be able to honor him. We love him, and he's a great guy. Great guy.
We close the show the same way every time, guys. The golden rule. Please embody the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated yourself. If you do that, it's going to have a positive viral impact across the community. Charlottesville and Central Virginia needs that more than ever. The world needs that more than ever. The golden rule, the golden rule. The golden rule. Harris Tolber, Judah Wickower, Jerry Miller, Lauren Linsky. It's the I Love CVille Show, Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 1:30. We truly love connecting with you guys through this platform. We will see you tomorrow at 12:30 with another empowered woman, Hannah Dobbles, who is the founder of the Bard Studio here in Charlottesville, and she is building an empire of Bard Studios. And we're going to talk about her entrepreneurial journey, her courage, how she manages vulnerability, her successes, her trials, her tribulations, the entire gambit on the program. Guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Good work. Man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I know. And that you're right. It's like, wow, that was just,
He put the
Yeah.
winery scene on the map here.
yeah, that was just,
And it sounds like we were
And
all
so kind.
because you knew from working with the wedding industry, right?
And Rico, who one of my close friends, who's been there every summer, doing stuff. So
I just started playing.
Yeah.
They're one of the most professional organizations.
They are.
They run a really tight ship.